Canucks were on the clock and they didn't even blink. With the third overall pick in the 2026 NHL draft, the Canucks, of course, selected Caleb Malhotra, to pick that has sent shockwaves through the fan base, not because of the talent, because everybody knows Caleb Malhotra is a 6'3" power center with elite upside, but because of the name on the back of his jersey, and then his father, Manny Malhotra, was named the Canucks head coach prior to the draft. This isn't a hypothetical anymore. The father-son duo is a reality in Vancouver. This is the most dangerous gamble the Canucks have ever taken, and has nothing to do with hockey talent whatsoever. To understand why this is such a lightning rod, you have to understand what Manny Malhotra means to this city. This isn't just a coach. This is a man who is the heartbeat of the 2011 Stanley Cup run. He's a guy who redefined the defensive specialist role before a career-altering eye injury. Let's not forget, he's also the guy who led the Abbotsford Canucks to their first ever Calder Cup championship. He is an absolute freaking warrior. And now, in a few years' time, he's going to be looking at his son across the locker room. Caleb didn't get here because of his name. He's a beast in the faceoff circle, just like his old man, but with an offensive ceiling that might actually be higher. After all, he was a third overall pick. But in Vancouver, memories are long. Fans will expect Caleb to have his dad's work ethic and a superstar's production, which he has shown already at such a young age. That is a massive weight for an 18-year-old to carry, while his dad is the one calling out the lines. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? How does a locker room react when the head coach's son is the crown jewel of the prospect pool? Imagine you're a veteran third liner. You've been grinding for 10 years or so. You have a bad shift, a bad giveaway, and Manny benches you. Then Caleb has a similar bad shift, similar bad giveaway, but he stays out there for the next power play or the next shift. What's going through your mind? Even if it's the right hockey move, the optics are an absolute freaking nightmare. We've seen this go sideways in other sports. Think Doc and Austin Rivers in the NBA, for example, creates a him versus us mentality if not handled perfectly. The Canucks are betting that Manny's reputation for integrity is so high, the players will trust him to be coach first and dad second. But say you're in the middle of a 5-game losing streak in February. That trust can get thin very, very fast. But the pressure doesn't just stay in the locker room. It goes all the way up to the front office and how they built this draft board. See, the San Jose Sharks shook everything up by taking Ivar Stenberg at second overall, but it raises a massive what if for this franchise that we've talked about. The Sharks had gone a different route, went the defenseman route, like we hoped that they would. If Stenberg and Malhotra were both sitting there at third overall, would the Canucks have still pulled the trigger on Caleb? Some people have said they'd go Stenberg. Some people have said maybe they would have still gone Caleb. We do not know. We will never know. Was their board so locked in on the Malhotra bloodline that they would have passed on a dynamic offensive engine like Ivar Stenberg to get their coach's son? So, by taking Caleb at 3, they've signaled that they believe he isn't just a family pick, but the actual best player for the future of this team. If Stenberg turns into a 90-point player in San Jose, while Caleb struggles under the pressure of his dad's system, not that I'm saying that he will, this pick will haunt GM Ryan Johnson probably for a decade. And trust me, I have all the faith and optimism in the world for RJ, especially after what he's done, especially in free agency and up until this point. But I'm also trying to look at this from a different perspective. I'm trying to be open-minded about it. Look at the reality of the situation when it comes to pass, especially after all the drama that this team, this fan base, has endured over the last 50-plus years. Finally, think about the dinner table. When the Canucks lose a bad loss, Manny goes home as a frustrated head coach. Caleb goes home as a frustrated player, and I get it. They're both character people, mature, They're able to separate the two sides, but let's not forget they're both human, just like you and just like me. They're living the same stress 24/7. There is no escape from the game. Most players go home to get away from the coach. Caleb is likely literally living with him. We need to watch how this affects Caleb's development. Is he allowed to be a kid, or is he always the coach's son? Now, the decision, of course, we know is made. Caleb Malhotra is a Vancouver Canuck. This is either the start of a legendary family legacy or the most public coaching disaster in franchise history, and I really hope it's not. I want to hear from you. Now that the dust has settled, even if Stenberg had been available, would you have still taken Caleb Malhotra over Ivar Stenberg, or did the Canucks just create a massive headache for themselves down the line when Caleb eventually finishes college and officially joins the team? Maybe Manny isn't still the coach by that point. I certainly hope that he is, because he's a fantastic coach. That said, talk to me in the comments. What is your take on this? How do you think the Canucks are going to navigate this situation when it comes? Like, I know they're building culture and have brought in guys to help with that culture, but again, we're all human. Things can very easily take a turn for the worse, and all it takes is one bad apple to turn the room upside down. We've, of course, seen it in the past with the whole JT, PD stuff. And now I pose the question to you. Will it actually work? Is it worth the gamble? Let me know. And if you guys enjoyed this video, on your way out, you can like the video, and you can also subscribe to The Line Change for more Canucks and off-season related content. You can also become a member of The Line Change by hitting that join button. And now, an important message from our friends over at DraftKings. It all came down to it, a best-of-6 battle that saw the Carolina Hurricanes emerge as the Stanley Cup champions. Now, as we enter the offseason, DraftKings has you covered every step of the way. The DraftKings Sports app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets. Sweat every shift of the series all in one place with one app. New DraftKings customers sign up with code THPN, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code THPN in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, bet text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks, expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.